Well, Matt, I must say, I'm extremely concerned.
Why is that, mate?
We drive about an hour and a half from Exmouth. You pull up on the side of the road in the middle of nowhere. We abandon the vehicle with nothing but a fly rod and then walk 2 kilometres over the sand dunes.
I still don't see the problem, mate. What's wrong with that?
The question is why and how. What are we actually doing?
Mate, have a look in front of you, mate. We're sitting here now in front of the beautiful water inside the Ningaloo Reef. Mate, today we're going to do something pretty special, mate. We're going to grab the fly rod and we're going to chase some bonefish on the flats.
That is awesome, because I've fished for well over 20 years and never once have I ever fished for bonefish.
Is that right? Oh, well, I never like to say definite, mate, but there's a bit of a breeze today. Hopefully it'll back off during the middle of the day. We'll get a bit of a reprieve, hopefully. There's a really good chance that we'll at least catch 1, maybe 2, and get, 3 or 4 shots for the day with any
So there's
luck.
bonefish in Australia?
Mate, there certainly is bonefish in Australia. You'll see them before you actually catch them.
I was positive I was fishing from the sand today, but I've just saw something you must have organised earlier. What's this?
This is Ben, who works for me.
Yep.
He's a manager in Blue Water Tackle World in Exmouth. Not only that, he's the guide for True Blue Bones. He's also a very talented bonefish fisherman.
What's the plan for today?
We sit there on the electric, we cruise down the flat. It isn't a blind casting scenario. We'll sight hopefully more than 1 school of feeding bones for the day. We'll see a school of bones. He'll position the boat for your cast. The idea is you put the fly to either side of the, don't actually put them directly on the bones in case you spook them. Just you'll sort of get a pick of direction where they're travelling. You put the fly in that sort of direction, let the fly hit the bottom, keep tight with it, and then just keep your strip nice and standard scenario. Probably the biggest thing you've got to remember is they'll feed like a whiting. They'll be a very picky little bite. Just don't trout it, as we call it. Don't lift, strip strike or anything. Just keep pulling, basically, until that 20-pound fluorocarbon thinks it's about to break in your hand, and then you'll know you've got him on, and then you'll enjoy some back and burning action from a Ningaloo bone, mate.
So I can actually see bonefish. I saw one. I just saw a flash of a bone, I reckon.
Yeah, that'll be. If you see the flashes there,
I can just where a dark patch is. I just saw a silver flash just to the right.
That'll be bones.
Slow it down, just.
That's it, nice and steady. 1 more, and then fire. Fire this time.
I'm going back. Sorry, mate.
All right,
stand on the line.
Right, you're in the mix there, mate. Let that sink. Stay in touch. Let that sink. Okay, now to start a steady strip, and we'll see how we go. Keep stripping. Ben's going to put us back just a trifle. Okay, pull her out of the water. Yeah. You're all right. Have another go, mate. In you go now, Paul. Let it sit. Let it sit. Let it sink. Let it sink. Righto, strip, mate. They're on you. They're on you. Yeah, gentle. You're on. You're on.
Oh!
Gentle. Let it run. Let it run.
No, he's going on.
You're on a bone.
Oh, man, how's the burn?
You've got him on, Paulie.
Matty.
All right, just remember to keep tight, Paul. Big thing is just get your hand on that left handle and wind like fast you can, mate. Got to stay tight. Keep that hook in. Wind. Just wind as fast as you can. Benno's going to drive forward. That's it. He's back and burning you, brother. Nice cast, Paul. Good presentation.
How good was that?
Mate, you got Benno from True Blue Bones. He works for me, but he is a guide in his part-time stuff because he's very good.
Is he?
Mate,
Right?
my heart's going too. Ben saw those fish about 10 yards off the front of the boat because we've got a bit of breeze. And he said, Paul, just put the fly in there. And look what's happened, man. You got a bone on.
Oh, I can't believe that, mate. When that line...
How fast did it go just now? You got 20 fluoro. Once you got him on now, we'll just take it nice and steady. You see, there was quite a big school. When you actually hooked up, you could see him take off there.
I can't believe the power with which he took the line through my finger and burnt between my index and my middle finger.
Ben's just basically going to hold the boat in position there. He's got the drogue out, and we've got the bonefish colour here. We've definitely got a nice bone on. He's just in the water just here, so we're going to take it nice and steady, Paulie. We're just going to take our time. And,
I'm sorry, Matt, but I think I'm dreaming.
No, that's a bone, mate. I've seen him 100%, mate.
Until I see it, I won't believe it till it's in the net.
Okay, that's fair enough.
I just can't believe I'm on mainland Australia. I'm 20 metres from shore, and I've hooked up to one of the most prestigious fly fishing species on the planet.
I'm just in your way a bit, mate.
You're right.
He's gonna... There we go. We've got looks about a 4 or 5 pound bonefish, mate. So just gently lead him back round this way if you can.
He's going to do a full lap of the boat, I reckon.
Yeah, you can hold your rod tip up and let him go round the side if you feel happy to do that, mate.
Yep, I'll let him go round the back.
That's it.
That's all right. He's a bit scared of that drag.
Yeah, that's all right. There we go. See, we'll come through pretty nicely there, Paul.
Yep. This is when fish are lost, isn't it, Matt?
It is, mate, a lot of them, and especially when it's your first fish of a rare, unique capture, it's something that always sends the adrenaline a bit harder. I think we got him, Paulie. Yeah! He's a nice 5-pound bonefish, mate.
Matty?
Congratulations, mate.
You are the man!
Well, mate, I think it's
Benno.
A lot of Benno and the True Blue Bone gang. There we go. That's a West Australian bonefish.
Bring him up here, mate, laying on the deck.
Here we go, mate. We have an Exmouth bonefish.
I can't believe I've caught a bonefish.
Mate. And not only that, you caught it on the fly rod. We just got to be a bit gentle with them.
Yep.
As you can see there, we've got that gotcha copy that Ben from True Blue Bones and Blue Water Tackle World in Exmouth.
Yep.
He's our northern fly fishing guru, and it might sound like a bit of an ironic plug, mate, but he's an absolute champion. That's one of his hide flies, and he's done the job for you with his boat driving.
Look at the mouth.
The underslung, that's why they're mooching across the flats with that mud we were talking about.
Yep.
It's because that little mouth there was chewing across the bottom, eating all these little shrimps and bits and pieces. And yeah, like I said, with Benno's boat driving and your lovely cast, Paul.
Yeah, baby.
And your patience hanging in, we got him on.
I never thought in a million years I'd catch a bonefish on a fly rod in my life, but to catch it in Exmouth, Western Australia, let me just say, Exmouth, I have a new name for it. It's called Wrong Town, because this is wrong. And that's Matty Gates. And that's Benno, and I'm one happy camper.